Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Market up or down? The market is up. We'll check the brokerage. Nothing sold. Nothing to worry about. GPN really dumping off. But that's all we got for the public account. So if you're new, just call it there at 20 seconds for the day. And if you're ready for the main account, let's just keep charging forward. So to catch up the spreadsheets, we had a fair amount of activity today. I'm not sure if I got a sale today. That's how crazy my day has been. But we got dividends from PPG, Walgreens paid dividend, New Skin paid dividend. We did get our order filled for CRC. California. How's the song go? They know how to party. And you know that song, you're as old as me. This was just a swing trade entry, gapped up, whatever, didn't get filled right away, don't care. You can see we tried to enter on this big day right here, and we got tapped in there. Once you understand how the markets move, it does help you be a little more patient because you understand the whys and what fors. Now, you don't know when exactly and all the details, but you'll need them. All right, craft. I believe these are starting to get into flip trades. Just went off of the screener. We have most of our flips are gone. We sold them all. So that is a good problem to have. I'm still going super small on the size, which is unusual for me, trust me. Don't take it the wrong way. But I got to get this leverage under control. I'm watching the market very closely. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't run higher, and I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't put a short in. So I'm ready either way, but kind of hedged either way. Yeah, just kind of hanging out. Docs, these are all just first bullet flips. And like I keep saying, some people probably think it's a waste of time and all that, but I enjoy it. And it keeps me in flow with the markets. And these swing trades, by the way, are starting to get sandbagged and underwater and all that. And then when the market woke up today, boom, a bunch of them turned green. They're not ready to sell yet, which is always very difficult for me because I'm a very patient person, but I also don't like losing. And I don't have a fear of not making the most money or anything like that because I'm not motivated by money. But I do have a fear of being ahead and then leaving a loser. It's hard to see you're up and then you lose. That's for some reason it didn't bother me in poker though. When I was a poker pro, it's just another flip, first bullet. We'll just go through the list here. And after that, I really didn't do much in the markets. There was some day trade stuff that started to happen. End of the day, we got into some oil, just some random stuff. I might have sold the day trade. I think I did. Works crazy. We're doing stuff for end of the quarter coming up, right? Anybody that's in big business, they start getting antsy towards the end of June. Just another flip here. And this is a second bullet here. Oh no. What happened here? Let me just tell you a little story about a man named Jed. We were selling this thing and it partially filled on the sell order. So this one's actually really clean. So this one's not going to be a big issue to record, thankfully. But I'm just going to take the higher of the two lots because it had two lots in it. And we're going to go ahead and do the put the profits in, and then it's not perfect world, but we don't live in one of those. So now I can do the cost basis for the new position with the partial sell already taken out, and I hope that makes a little sense. But I hate it when orders partially fill. But that is going to be the story of my life as the numbers get bigger, right? The numbers keep getting bigger. It's harder to get your orders filled. But yeah, we sold a little bit of it. Pepsi hit the screener again. So if you've seen that on the website and you're thinking, wow, the PEs are a little high or whatever, whenever Pepsi comes on the screener, I just put a little bit of money in it. I'm not selling it. I'm not trading it. I'm just buying it. And I'll die with it. It's fine. But that's my Google, I guess, or whatever. I just don't see anything disrupting all of this pattern of human behavior that the new generation has developed. Not to say it can't over time, right? But I think it's going to be very difficult. And then, of course, since I use leverage in my trading, I just lever against it anyway. I know that it's not free, but I treat it as such. We'll just call that abundance mindset, or maybe I'm just really dumb. But it increases the cash flow. Nobody can argue with that. Dividend checks go up the more shares you have, especially for that company. It's just a weird spot because I already buy shares whenever I do a major purchase of one of their products. Major is relative, right? But I'm thinking like $20 or something, which happens every week or two. And it's kind of my war on inflation, but also it's a lot of fun to own, be an owner in the products that you buy. I think it is. Just flipping again, first bullet here. Yeah, we're hitting the summer doldrums, but man, kind of feels like there may be some volatility incoming. So not initially, but a little later, there were some stocks that came on the screener. That's what this is, like the second wave, like an aftershock. And we got out of all the Mayberry banks, and here we are back in them. But it works. I like winning. And for thousands of times, it's worked every time. That doesn't mean there won't be a time when it won't. And I think EBIX will be the first trying test. It's down like 92% or something. It's probably going to go out of business. But I collected over 80% in premium. So even if it goes to zero, I still only lost 20%. But I'm going to get to write off the whole amount. Now, granted, on the flip side of that, I had to claim income on the 80. So it was a different calendar year too. We actually did have some business today, didn't we? Look at this. All right, this is one I've never owned before. It's an electric utility, but it fit the system. It was on the screener, and I executed. And you can see it's up very nicely from the purchase price. You can see the close of the previous day was near the 30 RSI. So that's where I'm in. Just a reminder, you can see half-ass in real time on the website, but it's not meant to be an alert service, so don't try to just keep refreshing the website and follow along, because I'm doing other stuff, right? And it's really not a big deal. So I did cancel my order to sell Bitcoin as it slid, because it's really not that hard to make money in the markets. It's more of a mental thing. It's not difficult though. You can see we're up nicely here as it closed above the 30 RSI. This is an education business, apparently. I've never owned this one either, but I don't care. And the market has been creeping up, but it's really heavily weighted on the heavyweight stocks. So my stuff really hasn't been moving. Yep, and that was our sell, was the TMF. I got out of bonds today. Um, so the streak continues technically, even though it was not. They're thinking right here. Beautiful. Bonds are one of the boring ones that usually lag the markets, right? We sold it on 6/11, which was 2 days ago. And let's see what we got into it today. We got a fair position into it. 6 lots. It's nothing that's going to change the needle, but it all adds up. And eventually these little things become risk-free trades with house money. So 1.23% in 2 days. There's 100 of those in a year. So that's 100%, right? For the month, we have bought and sold it twice for a sum of 168. So it's a slow, boring deal, but those are my favorite ones. And for a little perspective, let's take a look at the month. The market's been doing well. Maybe a hard one to beat. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Plus 0.2. So you mean to say that I'm 8 times market gains playing bonds for this month? So it's just try to explain to you folks that all the pieces fit together. They all play a different role on the team. But to totally rule out something is just ignorant, I think. You can see we are on maybe the hour. We've got a big position in the BitX. Yeah, we were getting a buy here on the 15. And you can see last time it was up at the 30, it was way up here. So that's 10% move. So that would be sweet. Silver. Again on the 15, we're starting to build some big positions. We had a lot of everybody pump the brakes for Powell, and then I've got a huge position short. We're all the way to the 1 hour chart and buying it. You can see how we're triggering. And who knows? But if the sucker goes down, I'm going to make money. And then at the end of the day, little grab at some oil. Just a little tiny grab, couple lots. But inflow at the market. Let's go ahead and get an alert on here so that we don't have any hesitation in selling a sucker. And that gets me caught up for the spreadsheet. So pretty slow day sell wise. Actually, a lot of activity buying stocks, which is cool. You got to buy them to be able to sell them. So yeah, that's just part of it. Let's go through and look at swing trades. I don't know if there's some stuff that I could sell, but it wouldn't surprise me, right? All right. We're also looking for entries, right? And the cool part about the swing trade setup is that it protects us when the market continues to go down. We're not building any of these positions. So if nothing happens, it's cool. I mean, keep on doing nothing. And that's why, you get such big moves in the market because all these stocks will hit similarly at the same time. They won't hit exactly the same day though, so it'll be cool. So they won't all sell at the same time and they won't all buy at the same time. So as you get a trickle, you'll have the leading stocks and the lagging stocks. But what that does is it gives me kind of like an aftershock effect, kind of like of an earthquake. So one move in the market may give me good trading opportunities for a week, for one day, because the other ones will overreact and then slowly come back into balance. And that's really what it is. It's really kind of a reversion to the mean strategy, even though, it's dip buying and all the other stuff that goes into it too. But it's just taking advantage of people that freak out, or maybe it's computers, or maybe it's hedge funds that have to sell for liquidity reasons. Um, maybe as we get close to September, October, maybe they're doing some tax loss harvesting, right? And that increases volatility. And volatility, once you understand how the market moves, make you rich. There we go, right on this golden line. If this thing breaks, we should get a nice breakout day, and that should probably be it. Probably sell that sucker early. Because I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken. Can't help it. See, look at this. This perfect example. MDTR triggered here. But the 5 never crossed above the 20. So had you bought it here, you're buried. But us, we're still waiting to snipe this thing. All right, so when it gets down here to this support area, we're going to be ready to pounce. And we may get to flip it again, right? That's the beauty of it. We get to flip, and then even if it continues to trend down, usually we can still get out. Very high percentage of the time. So it's a beautiful strategy. It's very simple. You just have to sit down at the computer for a little while, scroll through this stuff. You can do it on your phone too, but it's not as good. I do all my trading on the phone, besides what you see for the public account, but scrolling charts is just so much easier with the keyboard. Look at all these opportunities. These are all going to be swing trades. How crazy is that? And the swing trades could be big gainers. Huge moves if I don't chicken out. Look like a second entry there on ITW. This one's just doing a whole lot of nothing. But big companies, if it is going to go higher, they are loading up. They're building a position. But they're doing it in such a way through trading firms and stuff to not affect the stock price. So they want the shares. That's why it's not going down very much. But it's also they don't want to overpay. So once they finally get all the shares they need, then it goes back to the market. And the market finds the true value eventually. True Value used to be a hardware store. I don't know if that still exists. Let me know down below. You got one? I think they closed most of the ones around here. We may still have one on Main Street. I don't know. I don't know anybody that goes there. But it used to be the spot to go. Got a dividend there for Leggett. I've been watching Boeing too. See, all of these are the swing trades we have. You see the circles, and you can see that they're working. They're just slow. And made me a little nervous because I don't know if we're just going to reverse and start dumping off again, which could very easily happen. But either way, we've got a system that limits how much money we put into them. So if they go down, they go down. And that's part of the reason why, since I'm getting so many swing trades, I'm trying to limit my leverage. Because a swing trade is not likely to sell right away. But if I buy bonds or gold or something like that, I'm likely to move it in a week or less, maybe the same day. So I don't mind using leverage for that, for just short-term stuff. And then, of course, there eventually will be a time when everything goes to pot, and we got to cover all the stuff. So we'll use dividends as a source to do the self-healing process. At the bottom 9 now, I'm going to switch hands and see if we can crank on this sucker. We might find an entry down here. The market was pretty much done a nothing burger all month now for 2 weeks. So look at that APD run. And that's the beauty about searching out this universe and doing a little initial research to see, is it a good company? Ooh, that's a 30. AXP did hit the screener today. Did not get a chance to buy it, or there was something wrong with it. I think the PEs were too high. I did look at it today, but I was a little busy at work, so I let it slide. Usually I try to go ahead and mark them when I see them on the screener. I could get an opportunity there. For the ones who get it done, 3M. We got paid dividend today for 3M in the vesting account. But what I was saying is, once you have the long-term research of the good quality of the company, then not only do you have confidence that it's going to move okay, there's an entry, but they move harder. The good companies have stronger moves, man. They got some numbers to back it up with it. It's not just all talk. LOW for the swing. We got 226.86 on the closing print. We'll see if we can get on some of this. Filled. We'll take it. Well, we went from California to getting low. This is the partied out edition, the Dove edition. All right. Welcome to the team. Lowe's is a pretty interesting business because of their exposure to contractors. It's very cool. All right, so as we continue, we need to go ahead and get this thing flag removal and moved up. And we'll continue right along. But we got one. This one too. To start to sway my opinion, I use this as a good general pulse for the market because there's such a huge sample of stocks now, albeit concentrated in just a handful of sectors, right? So you got to take it with a grainful of salt. But when you look at this many stocks every day, you do get kind of a pulse where the market's going to go because there will be tip-offs. Maybe the market itself looks like it's indecision or whatever, but you start seeing a lot of stocks turn. It's hard to stop the momentum on a dime, right? These people that really move the price of the markets have so much money that I always talk about it like a fat kid running down a hill. They can't stop right away. Even if they want to go turn around, go back up the hill, they got to slow down, come to a stop, maybe they trip and roll a little bit, but that's kind of how big money is. I mean, if they just keep changing their mind all the time, they wouldn't make nothing, right? So that's why there's always going to be swing trade moves like this. And once you get the skill down, it's good forever. And then hopefully, if you're not selfish, you pass it on to your children and to people who give a damn, right? And so that's what I'm doing here for the whole world and all 2 or 3 people that watch every other day. So you're welcome. But once you get it, you're probably going to do it a little different than me and just pass it on. It's like humans learn how to make fire, man. If they didn't tell the next guy when they died off, there wouldn't be no fire. So we're going to carry the torch and then pass it on. That's what we have today. No charity money. It's been a few days. I'm kind of bummed out about it, but we're doing what we can do. We can only work with what we're given. The market went off to an all-time high run, and then boom, kind of went sideways. So look for a lot of sideways throughout the summer. It's still a little early for that, and I do look to see some sort of a move, but ready either way. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If you made it 26 minutes, hit the like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new here. And thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.